Some people ask the question, could God forgive me? They think that they've done so many things that are so bad that God would not be interested in them. It's interesting that some people think they're too good, they don't have to be forgiven, but some people think they're too bad and they couldn't be forgiven. Do you know the good news of the gospel is this? All of us need to be forgiven, and all of us can be forgiven, and all of us are invited to be forgiven. Let me illustrate by the example of Peter. Peter was one of Jesus' disciples, and yet the night before Jesus was crucified, Peter denied with oaths and with foul language that he knew Jesus Christ at all. He'd been following Jesus Christ for 3 years. He'd seen all the wonderful miracles. He was witness to so much good that Jesus had done. And yet when Jesus was arrested, 3 times, Peter said, "I do not know this man." Could Peter be forgiven? Sometime after Jesus had died on the cross and risen again, he appeared to 7 of the disciples as they were by the lake of Galilee fishing. Peter was one of those. And upon the beach, as Jesus prepared a breakfast by the sea, Jesus looked Peter in the eyes and he asked him whether he really loved him at all. And Jesus had come to Peter in order to bring Peter back to himself. And there by the sea, Peter, who denied Jesus 3 times, now confessed 3 times that he loved him. The point is this: Peter had let Jesus down, yet Jesus came to Peter specifically and he wanted to restore the relationship. And you may feel that you've let God down by the things that you've done, but the good news of the gospel is this: the God of heaven is a God of love, and he sent his Son to die for you upon the cross, and he sent his Son that you might be forgiven. He died for that reason, so that you might be forgiven, and he wants you to turn from your sin and trust in him as your Saviour, and then you'll know for sure what it is to be forgiven.